there, my sassy fit queens. How y'all doing today? Today is another segment of Sassy Fitness Empowerment Fridays, where I will provide you with helpful tips that you all can use in your day-to-day lives. So, guess who we have today? We have some special guests, and they are my boys. They're very dear to my heart. I love them very, very much, and they are the inspiration for why I do what I do. So, what we're doing today is a Q&A. So, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a great time. I figured it would be great since, I'm all dolled up and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And I just was like, I got my boys with me. Why not let them be a part of the video? So, yeah, that's what we're doing. So, basically, what they're going to do is they're going to ask questions that maybe they have had for me themselves about why I do what I do, mommy questions, whatever they want to ask. I don't know what they're going to ask. This will be all brand spanking new. So, we're just going to have fun with it this week. So, we're going to introduce them first. So, to my right is my oldest son. Everybody say hi to Isaiah. Hey, you gotta speak up, boo. You gotta say hey like you love the people. Hey, all right. And to the back of me is my youngest son, who just turned 10, by the way. Boom, yeah. And his name is Isaac, BKA, aka also known as Zach. Mr. Zacatech. Hey, there you go. All right, so we're gonna have a great time. So, I'm just going to give them the floor. I'm going to let them ask me whatever they want to ask, and I'm going to answer it to the best of my ability. Okay? So, y'all ready? Yes. All right, so we're going to start with Isaiah. So, Isaiah, what's the question that you want to ask mommy?
What made you want to start this up?
What made me want to start? What made me want to start my business? That's a good question. Well, what made me want to start this business is really and truly, I've always had a passion for helping people, and like any job that I've ever worked, it has always been a challenge. And by challenge, I mean like there have been times when I worked jobs where I learned the job really fast, and I catch on fast, and the person who trained me might feel intimidated, like I'm going to take their position, so they treat me a certain type of way, which is negative. I've been held back. I will tell you that last year, 2018, I went on seven promotional interviews at my job. I worked for the state, and I went on 7 promotional interviews, and on every single interview I was told that I had what it takes. They saw a lot of potential in me, but they found someone else. They chose someone else, whether it was from someone else from another location, or someone within the same location but a different department who may have been there a little bit longer than me, and I always got overlooked. 7 interviews, and I try not to get discouraged. And that's why I did 7, because I was like, I'm not going to let this hold me back. I'm going to keep on doing what I got to do. I'm going to keep showing them my professionalism. I'm going to keep showing them my leadership skills and everything like that. But they came to me at the end of the year, I would say around October, November last year. They were like, I really want to help professionally develop you so that you can move up in the company. And we have this position that I think you will be able to do, that you'll do really well in, because you're very professional, you speak very well, you're very well spoken, you're always doing your job very well. So we're asking if you don't mind taking on this other position. And I asked them, I said, well, is it a pay increase involved, or will I be making the same? They said, well, it's a lateral move. Now, mind you, this job required a lot more work than what I was already doing. It required me to go to the courthouse. It required me to be face-to-face with inmates. It required me to do a lot of other things that I believe I should have gotten compensated for. But did I get compensated for it? No. But I still did my job, because that's how I operate. And I started to, on the side, I started getting inquiries for personal training because people would see me and they would see how I eat, and they're like, man, what do you do? Do you train? And I was like, yes, I train. And at the time in December, I didn't have any clients. So I had one of my friends, she was like, you should train with her because she's really good. And so the individual who wanted to work with me, she reached out to me. I scheduled an appointment. I had one client in December of last year. And then in January, I had 2 clients. So the client I had in December, something came up. She couldn't train with me any longer. And I continued to do it part-time. I still was working my job and training. So I ended up with 2 clients. Before you knew it, I had 5 clients. And then at first I was like, I'm just going to do it part-time. I'm just going to train no more than 5 people. Once I get 5 people, I'll say I'm maxed out. I'm not taking any more clients, and just train those 5, and then that way I can still do my job. But God had a different thing in store for me, because I was still getting more and more inquiries, and I was just like, what in the world? Like, I was setting up fitness assessments left and right, and I said, you know what, I think this is a sign that I need to do this more than just part-time. A lot of people found out that I had put my competition shoes on the hanger to help them, and they were like, oh my gosh, you're not competing, so you have time to train me? I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do now. And I just was like, you know what, I'm going to let the Spirit guide me. I don't know what God has in store for me, but all I know is that I've always had the spirit of helping others. And the reason I believe that I've had the spirit of helping others is because coming from my adversities that I had to endure as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, and feeling like I was alone and I didn't really have that help, I am very protective, and I am always trying to see how I can help someone. So, I got my bachelor's in cultural communications, so I'm very good with communicating with different people of different backgrounds. And I pursued my master's degree in psychology and counseling, and I didn't complete it. I was only 3 classes away because I had some stumbling blocks to come my way. And I was like, okay, I had to make the decision to either go complete my internship, which you don't get paid for internship, or go to work and take care of my kids. And I'm pretty sure you all know that I chose the other option, was to go to work and take care of my kids. And I was like, but I know that there's a way to help people. And I always found myself, even in the military, I always found myself helping people, motivating people, like, you got this, you can do this. If somebody comes to me, because some people confide in me, and I'll tell them, it's okay, and I'll try to talk them through it, give them advice. And I was just like, and that's why I pursued those things. I wanted to be a nurse, but I was too squeamish for that. I went to school to be a nurse. I started out as a medical assistant training, and I loved it until they got to the needles. I was like, not happening. I don't like the nurse and doctor to poke me with needles. What I look like having my classmates poke me? No to the no. And I worked in the ER, and I was just like, this, I'm too squeamish for this. Like, no, it's disgusting. So I was like, there has to be a way that I can still help people. I tried to do it with teaching. Every job that I did, it always was serving or helping someone in some type of way. And this was the best outlet for me. So I know that was a long answer, but I just wanted to be detailed in my explanation, because I always want to. I know I can't save the world, but if anyone desires my help, I'm there, because I want to. If I see someone that their self-esteem is down or whatever, I know that it's something that has happened to them, or something that someone has said to make them feel less than what they actually are, and feel like they can't do something that they actually are capable of doing. So this is why I decided to do this business. It wasn't working while I was working in the corporate world, and I was doing well. I was making decent money, but I know that I'm better than decent money. I know that I'm worth more than decent money, and I know that God put me on this earth to do more and to make more than decent money. So I stepped I stepped out on faith. I prayed about it. And as of December of this year, I would have been training in my home studio for a year. In April of 2019, I would have been training in my home studio for a year full time. Because I started, remember I said December, I started part-time, doing it with my state job and doing that on the side. April 1st is when I stepped out on faith, fearful and all. I had to overcome that fear and have the courage to go jump and do it. Of course, I took preparations and took steps, and my good buddy Nancy Jones, Nat said that, boom, yeah, she helped me and literally held my hand along the way. And I know that without her and without her guidance and without my relationship with God and my faith, that I would not have been able to do that. So I'm going to leave this with you guys. If you like this video, y'all know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. And please hit the subscribe button so you can get all of my videos every Friday. And guess what? Till next Friday, Chiquita Nicole Sassy Fit is out.